Okay, so a quick story about where this title actually came from. I was watching a video on Primal Edge Health's YouTube channel, Tristan and Jessica, the lovely couple that eats all that delicious primal food. I've learned a lot from them. He interviewed me about a month and a half ago, maybe even longer. Great channel, check it out. This isn't a plug for them, but I was watching one of their videos, and in the comment section was this title of the video, and then underneath it said someone should use this for a title of a video. So if you are watching this video and that's you who wrote that comment, thanks for creating my content today and the title of my video. I thought it was very witty and very funny, and I think it's a subject that both hits on a couple rad things, the vegan subject and the cholesterol subject. So obviously you know what the video is about, and I want to preface the video on this. I'm not going to give a bunch of parroted research. I'm not going to source a bunch of articles. I'm not going to talk about a bunch of literature that I've read that's peer-reviewed and that's done a meta-analysis on. This has really nothing to do with that. I'm going to speak from general experience working with over 800 people. I'm going to talk from my experience with my own body and my own data and experimentation on my own body. And I'm going to talk about the experience of my partner who has a rare, kind of a strange blood disorder, and who has a very special relationship to cholesterol. So that's where I'm speaking from, so if you're looking for like a science-based video, you just turn it off right now, go to another channel. But I want to cover the topic of cholesterol, and are vegan doctors using cholesterol as a propaganda tool to push more interest towards their agenda? Or is cholesterol really just super bad and we should limit it or avoid it altogether? So that's going to be what this video is about today. Stay tuned. Okay, so let's first jump into the vegan propaganda thing. Do I think that the guys on my thumbnail get together in a room, a dark room in a vegan dungeon somewhere, and conspire to take over the world with a vegan New World Order message and diet? I have a background in behavioral science and psychology, and organizational psychology is one of my nerdy topics I enjoy. And I have to tell you that I don't think there's any conspiracy going on. The amount of organization and communication and structure it would take for people like that to create a system of eating that takes over the world would be an incredible feat in and of itself. Now, does that mean that doctors and human beings don't have bias? Of course we do. And when people have a lot of money wrapped up into their business and they're doing science research, their science research, most likely, if it's wrapped up in the business, is going to be biased. And so I don't necessarily think that the vegan doctors are using cholesterol as their main propaganda tool, but I do think they use it as a scapegoat, rather than fully explaining the situation and really presenting a wider variety of research and materials and experiences for people to draw from so that we can make up our own decisions. Plus, I am not a big fan of modern science as it sits today. Science, the pursuit of truth, I love it. I love it. I'm a scientist when you put it that way. I don't think modern science is following truth. I think it's following business. I think it's following the money. So the science angle to me is not a strong one anymore at all anyway. So moving on, I don't necessarily think that it's vegan propaganda. I do think that vegan doctors use some false information or information that they're biased towards and believe to sell books and sell their therapies and sell their institutes and to promote their information. But I don't think it's some big dark conspiracy. I think it's up to us as human beings to watch information and decipher it and feel into it and take responsibility for our own actions and for our own healing. Never blame the vegans or never blame the ketos or never blame anybody. You know, get your information, put it inside of yourself, figure out what you want to do, experiment, make the changes that you need to make, but take responsibility for yourself in the end and don't blame other people. I don't want to blame the vegans. I don't want to blame anybody. Who cares? So maybe the vegan doctors are using cholesterol as a propaganda. Maybe not. Who cares? Moving on. Here's what I think, and not even what I think, here's what my experience has been with cholesterol. As a vegan, I avoided cholesterol like the plague. I was afraid that it would cause heart disease. I have heart disease genetic in my family. I've had many family members die from genetic heart disease. The thing that they tell you is that cholesterol clogs your arteries and that the clogged arteries will give you a stroke. That's the debate right there. Does cholesterol clog the arteries? That's where science will be confusing as hell, because there's lots of people the scientists that say that it does, and there's even more scientists who prove that it doesn't. Here's what I know about biology, is that when your arteries are clogged, you're gonna get some issues with your heart. You're gonna die from a stroke. If your arteries are not clogged and they're open and flowing, you're gonna be a healthy, vibrant human. I've seen many human beings that are on a cholesterol-rich diet who have the arteries of babies. And I'm not just talking about one or two people, I'm talking about a lot of people. So that's the argument. And I don't necessarily believe at all that cholesterol causes heart disease in any way, shape, or form. I think it's a plaque situation. I think it's a food combination situation. I think it's a body acidity issue. I think it's a over toxicity issue. When you have an unhealthy digestion, an unhealthy gut, a backed up lymphatic system, every organ in your body, including your heart and all of your veins and all of your vessels, all of your arteries are not going to function properly. They're going to be under stress. They're going to be calcifying. They're going to be hardening. Every cell in your body is made up of cholesterol. That's a fact. No one debates that. And in nature, I don't believe that nature makes too many mistakes. So it makes perfect common sense to think that if your body is made up of cholesterol, and every single cell in your body, all of your hormones are built on cholesterol, especially testosterone and your sexual hormones, it would make sense that nature would provide for us the food that is cholesterol rich, because our bodies are made of cholesterol. Sorry, I'm trying to get you guys a decent look. And eating cholesterol rich food provides our bodies with the nutrients that it needs in order to build cells and hormones. Here's what I've experienced since going from vegan and now almost 8 months, 7.5 months, whatever, on a carnivore-ish keto diet with lots of cholesterol. I'm eating tons of cholesterol. One, my testosterone levels have gone through the roof. They feel amazing. My hormones are like a prepubescent boy going into puberty for the first time. I feel virile. I feel turned on. I feel powerful. My body has morphed. I'm more muscular, I'm more lean, I have more strength, my joints feel better. And I bring up the way my body looks, not because I'm that vain or that I'm that into aesthetics, but your body tells the tale. Your biomarkers is a fancy way of saying what your body looks and feels like. Your biomarkers, when they are healthy, you look super healthy. When your biomarkers are shit, you look like shit, literally. So those of you who've talked crap about me in the comment sections and whined that I'm so worried about being buff and masculine, yes, I'm worried about my biomarkers. Pay attention to your biomarkers. They will tell you the tale of your health. Moving on. So my testosterone, my hormones, all my biomarkers have drastically improved. Some things that I didn't think would really matter or be affected by the cholesterol, but that has, is my cognitive abilities. I feel so much more focused, so much more energetic in my mind, so much more creative. And the thing is, I'm more docile. I'm like less stressed. I'm more mellow. I almost feel a little like I'm a little stony, like I smoked one hit and I'm just feeling kind of good and relaxed throughout my day. A lot of my clients are reporting the same thing. And I have to tell you that changing the subject onto my girlfriend, my partner, who has homocysteines. It's a weird blood disorder that doesn't allow your body to regulate and uptake B vitamins. She was vegan before too, and she was getting so messed up. Her blood work was horrible. She was struggling mightily. We upped her cholesterol through the roof, just focusing on cholesterol, and her blood disorder has totally reversed. Her health is amazing again. Her skin has changed, and the same thing happened with her. Her hormones has switched back on. Her body got lean and muscular, and she's having more cognitive, creative desire. I used to fear cholesterol, and I almost am a little upset that I spent so much of my life listening to false science and propaganda. The origins of where cholesterol, the devil of cholesterol, came from was Time magazine. They published an article a long time ago about, and they recently published a new article talking about that article. It has butter on the cover, and it talks about how Harvard was paid off by the low-fat movement, the carbohydrate and sugar industry, so that they could find studies to scapegoat and pigeonhole heart disease on cholesterol, so that they could have a huge market and a huge niche of people to sell these low-fat products to. And we all know what happened to obesity and heart disease when we introduced no cholesterol and low-fat foods. It went through the roof. People got fatter than ever and more heart disease than any time in the history of mankind. So introducing healthier fats and introducing more cholesterol has definitely made an improvement in my skin health, my digestional health, my focus, my hormones, my body composition, my joint health, just overall everything. I will get an artery scan in about a year so I can see. I'll be on a high-fat diet at that point for about 2 years, and it'll give me a pretty good idea of if cholesterol is doing anything at all to clogging up my arteries. I know that it's not going to, but we will see. Anyway, guys, a few announcements. January 15th coming up really soon, and we'll let the early bird special run all the way until the class starts this time. The group course is on and pop in. You get weekly lecture, a workbook, all sorts of goodies, group forum. You get recordings of all the classes. It's an awesome class. Sign up at my website, holistichealthactivation.com. Me and Blue 7 are the coaches, and we just love the group coaching courses. If you're a person that's looking more for very customized private attention and you want to be led through the entire process, 3 phases of skin disease reversal, there's a link in the description box for a consultation with me. On Instagram, you can find me as well. There, my name is Rob Stuart. In real life, my name is just Rob Stuart. And that's just my thing right there. If you're new to this channel, you guys subscribe and share. If you like this content, get it out to more people. Put it up on your social media. Get the word out that you can naturally heal your skin. It doesn't take a lot of drugs. It doesn't take a bunch of crazy potions. You have to focus on the root issue, but healing your body happens from the inside out. And there's a lot of us who are reaping the benefits of a holistic, healthy lifestyle. Get on the train. Clear your skin. Free yourself from the prison. It can be done. Share the knowledge, share the wealth, share the love. That's it for me today, guys. Peace. I'm out.